What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City transfer update. Daily Manchester City transfer updates throughout all of the summer 2020 transfer window. So if you want to stay in the loop with the latest Manchester City transfer news and latest news, then make sure you subscribe, press that red button, press the bell to put your push notifications on to be notified immediately when I do upload. Aiming for 20,000 subscribers. We've smashed past 11,000 subscribers, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. Don't forget also social media links in the description below, sliding across at the bottom of the screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. You can also find my email in the description below too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. Leave a thumbs up if you enjoy this video. Aiming for 600 likes. Any help towards that would be much appreciated. And also leave your thoughts in the comments below, as I'm always interested in what you do have to say. We've already had a video out. You can find that on my channel. It's literally just the video that I did before this. You can also find the link to that in the description below, and it'll also be at the end of the video if you want to go and click on that video. But it's me doing a live reaction to the Premier League fixtures being released for Manchester City. If you want to go and check out some of my thoughts, then you can do. But without further ado, we've got lots to get through. Let's crack on with this transfer update. We're going to start off first with an update on the outs with Eric Garcia. Now, Manchester City and Barcelona, they're talking over the transfer of Eric Garcia once more. Barcelona, they are looking to sell players, they're looking to clear players off their wage structure. They're looking to bring in some money and generate some income through player sales. A lot of their players are for sale. Apparently, though, according to the Barcelona president, Nelson Semedo is not one of them, which I think is great news because it means Manchester City won't be signing him. And I say that because I think he's absolutely bobbins. So there we go. Manchester City, though, they are believed to be looking for roughly around £20 million for Eric Garcia. Manchester City, apparently, according to Sport, are not keen on Eric Garcia to leave for free next summer. In my opinion, Eric Garcia, if he doesn't want to be here, as soon as Barcelona put in an acceptable offer, I would accept their offer. What Man City regard as an acceptable offer, we'll wait and see. Like I said, City are looking for around £20 million. I imagine if Barcelona go to around 15, 16 million pound, maybe that might be accepted. I don't know. Last I heard, Barcelona were willing to pay anywhere between 10 and 13 million pounds. So there we go. I'm wondering if Eric Garcia now regrets making his decision that he doesn't want to sign a new contract at City and wants to go back to Barcelona, considering the absolute mess that they are in. I do not know. Instead, we're going to move on. We've got an update on Aro Muric. Now, Jonathan Smith of Goal is the correspondent for Manchester City at Goal. He's reporting that Aro Muric is going to be allowed to leave Manchester City this summer on loan, and newly promoted Rotherham of the Championship, they're being linked. In my opinion, needs a good season under his belt. A full season playing all 46 Championship games, gets their minutes, gets that sorted, then moves on from there with his career. I do feel like he's under a little bit of pressure. This is a loan where he needs to do well. If he doesn't do well on loan at Rotherham, then I'm not too sure where his career is going to go from there. He's a good goalkeeper, in my opinion. At the end of the day, he needs to show everyone what he can do. I believe in him. I've seen what he can do. He needs to go and do it. So, a loan move to Rotherham would make sense. So, let's move on to the ins. The first player to speak about, Houssem Aouar. He is set to leave Lyon this summer. Lyon sporting director Juninho, I'm wondering if that's the former Middlesbrough player. Maybe someone can let me know in the comments below. But he's confirmed that Houssem Aouar will be leaving Lyon this summer. Arsenal being linked, Manchester City being linked, Real Madrid being linked as well. I'm going to be very disappointed if Manchester City do not sign Houssem Aouar and he does leave Lyon this summer and goes somewhere else, because I think he's a quality central midfielder. Full of energy, he's a good passer of the ball, he's versatile, can play in the deeper role and the more offensive role. I think he'd just be a wonderful, wonderful central midfielder for Manchester City, and is an upgrade on some of our players that we've got in our midfield. And I really, really want Houssem Aouar at Manchester City. Such a good, young, quality, hungry football player. And if he goes somewhere else, I am going to be disappointed. What we don't know, though, is if Manchester City are going to go after a central midfielder. I have had word from reliable sources close to Manchester City that have said there will not be a central midfielder signing for Manchester City. And so, another team could be picking up a quality player like Aouar. Another Premier League team could be picking up Aouar instead. I don't like that, okay? I rate him. I think he's a quality football player. Let's move on. Let's speak about Houssem Aouar of Valencia. Now, new name being linked for this summer with Manchester City, but according to Paris United, a source close to PSG, Manchester City and PSG, they're chasing Houssem Aouar of Valencia. Apparently Barcelona and Real Madrid are also chasing him as well. Now, I'm not too sure if Manchester City will sign a left-back this summer. We have to see what happens with our current left-backs. Benjamin Mendy, I'm expecting to stay at Manchester City. Zinchenko, though, I'm not so sure about. Cancelo can play there. Nathan Ake can play there. But we're looking for quality, natural competition for Benjamin Mendy. And Zinchenko, again, he can play there, but it's not his natural position. And I have got a feeling that Zinchenko will leave Manchester City this summer. So it's all about what happens with Angelino. And I was speaking about him yesterday. Angelino, he's going to go on holiday. He's going to return back when Manchester City resume their training for the new season. He's going to return back to Manchester City to train with us. And I'm wondering if he is going to be used as a first-team player for Manchester City. If that is the case, then no left-back will be signed this summer. Now, if Manchester City do want a left-back, then someone like Houssem Aouar may make sense. He does have a whopping €100 million release clause. Obviously, Valencia will accept less than that because that just isn't his value at this moment in time with the pandemic market. But there's lots of competition out there, so I'm not too sure it's likely. I feel like if City did want Houssem Aouar, we'd have pushed for this a lot earlier in the window when we was trying to negotiate to try and sign Ferran Torres. I'd have fought City to ask Valencia also, whilst we're negotiating with them, the availability of Houssem Aouar. So in my opinion, I think this is an unrealistic transfer, but I find it interesting that another left back is being linked with Manchester City. Now let's move on. Some great news if you are a Scott Carson fan. He has officially signed for Manchester City once more for another season-long loan from Derby County. So I wanted to wish the best of luck to Scott Carson on his move back to Manchester City, and I wanted to give him another warm welcome to City. I did think his contract with Derby was up. That is obviously not the case. He's still at Derby. I found nowhere that says that his contract runs until 2021. I found nothing that says that his contract runs beyond 2020. So a new contract has been done somewhere that has obviously slipped the net that I cannot find. I've done lots of research. I cannot find it. But there we go. We've got the GOAT back. He's back with Manchester City. Looking forward to him potentially challenging Zach Steffen, challenging Edison, disposing of them, and going on to win the Ballon d'Or with Manchester City. I fully believe in him, okay? And yes, if you're watching it, it is sarcasm. Don't take that too literally, and I know people are going to. Right, Koulibaly. Let's speak about Koulibaly. So yesterday, Koulibaly was closing in on Manchester City. Then sources came out later on yesterday saying that actually that isn't the case. So let's have a discussion about Kalidou Koulibaly. Now, Rai Sport, an Italian source, no idea how reliable they are. Lots of Italians were commenting on it and saying if you want to listen to reliable Italian sources, just listen to Marzio and that's it. And that's the way you'll play with facts. And so he was saying that Koulibaly, but that's Rai Sport. They were saying that Koulibaly, he's not close to joining Manchester City. No offer has been submitted, and Napoli still want more than the €70 million that Manchester City are happy to go towards. Now, Sport, they were saying that an agreement is in place. We're getting contradicting reports. This information's coming in from France, but it doesn't sound too reliable. So I'm awaiting reliability. So let's have a look at some facts instead. This has all come about because Napoli's target for centre-back to replace Koulibaly is Gabriel from Lille. I'm having word that Arsenal are nearing in on completing that deal. So if Napoli wants him, and they've already agreed a fee with Lille, and it is believed that Arsenal have also agreed a fee with Lille to sign him, Napoli need to act quick. They have not got the money to do this. They need Koulibaly to leave first, which means that Napoli have to negotiate with Manchester City. So Napoli are awaiting an offer from Manchester City. And I'm hearing, okay, Football Italia, €70 million plus €6 million in add-ons. That will be submitted by Manchester City to Napoli by the end of this week. Manchester City believe that fee is the winning fee, the fee that is enough to secure Kalidou Koulibaly to become a Manchester City player. City already have personal terms agreed with Koulibaly. They've been in constant negotiations with his agent. It's getting to a point now where the agent has been speaking backwards and forwards with Manchester City and Napoli. It's getting to the point where City now need to go and speak with Napoli and negotiate that fee. That's the biggest hurdle, is agreeing that fee, and I'm hoping that within the next week or so we can have a huge breakthrough and a fee will be agreed. If it is, I will be the first to bring that to you first and fast with breaking news for you with Manchester City transfer news and transfer updates. Now, let's go back to Marzio. He's saying Napoli are keen to get a deal done, as are Manchester City. This deal they're expecting to go well into next week, so this transfer isn't on the verge of being completed. There is still some time to go. It's been reported by Italian sources that Man United and PSG are having a good look. This is fake, this is false, this is not happening. The only club that want to sign Kalidou Koulibaly this summer is Manchester City. Napoli need to negotiate that fee down because City aren't going to go as high as €80 million, and in my opinion €70 million is a good deal. It's more than enough. It's personally more than what I would pay for Kalidou Koulibaly. So we await that offer to be submitted, and then we're waiting for word from Napoli, which I imagine will be they'll still want €80 million, but if Arsenal are set to complete the signing of Gabriel, that's going to then chuck Napoli's plans in doubt. It's going to chuck Manchester City's plans with Koulibaly in doubt as well. So there is a rush to get this deal done. If it's going to get done, I imagine it would get done very soon. So I reckon within a week we need a breakthrough. We need that fee agreed. Once the fee's agreed, Napoli have been more than happy to go and get that Gabriel transfer done. Apparently they've got everything agreed. They're just waiting for Koulibaly to leave. We've seen this all before with Juninho. We'll wait and see what happens. What I will say is it's looking good at this moment in time for Koulibaly to join Manchester City. But we've dealt with Napoli before. We've dealt with Italian sources before. Don't take anything for granted. Things can change in a day. 24 hours is a long time in a summer transfer market. I know that from experience. I'll keep you up to date. No doubt we'll have another Koulibaly update. I know lots of people are getting sick of it, me included. I've been reporting on this now for, 2 months or so. I'm tired of it. I just want a conclusion to this transfer, one way or another, and then City can move on, whether we go and sign another centre-back in the form of Diego Carlos or Ruben Diaz or Milan Skriniar or whoever, or City bring their man Koulibaly into Manchester City, Napoli go and sign their replacement, which will more than likely be Gabriel at this moment in time. We'll keep an eye on everything that is happening. We're waiting for word on a fee to be agreed, but first an offer needs to be submitted. Apparently that will come this week. We'll wait for that to see if that is fact as well. Not hearing so much about sources close to Manchester City about this, which concerns me a little bit, but everything's been handled in Italy, so they'll report it first, which is why I'm dealing a lot with Italian sources. So there we go, that's been the video. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy this video, make sure you leave a thumbs up so I know that you enjoyed this video. Leave your thoughts of these transfers in the comments below, as I'm always interested in what you do have to say. Subscribe if you're new around here, press that red button, press the bell and put your push notifications on. It is free to stay in the loop with the latest Manchester City news and transfer news. Daily Manchester City transfer updates throughout all of the summer 2020 transfer window. Go and check out my fixture video that I did before as well, and go and check out my social media links if you so wish, Twitter and Instagram in the description below, and sliding across at the bottom of the screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. Email also in the description below too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorship for any videos or any general business inquiries. And I will be back again tomorrow for another daily Manchester City transfer update. So I hope everyone is safe and well. Thank you for watching. I'll see you tomorrow. I've been JSGC. Peace. Ciao for now.